Hi again, everybody. Welcome to our latest reopening report, where we're going to talk about the timeline for getting students and staff back into our school buildings. I was very excited last week to present to our Board of Education our plan to reopen schools in a hybrid format, and I'd like to share that timeline with you now. The first students, those in the Center of Applied Technology North and in Phase 1 at our 3 developmental centers, are heading back into the classroom this week. They'll be joined next week by those in Phase 2 of our developmental centers and students at the Center of Applied Technology South. On February 25th, we will open for students at our secondary ED regional centers and our alternative education and ED secondary students at the Phoenix Academy. Full grades of our students begin to come back on March 1st, when students in pre-kindergarten through 5th grade, as well as those in our ECI program and our elementary ACC, autism, and self-contained feeder classrooms. 1 week later, on March 8th, we'll bring back students in grades 6, 9, and 12, as well as those in our secondary ACC classrooms. With students at all levels of our school system and buildings, we will use the next week, that of March 15th, to make any necessary adjustments to our operations. Then, on March 22nd, we will welcome back students in grades 7, 8, 10, and 11. Students who are returning in the hybrid format will attend class on either Monday and Tuesday or Thursday and Friday, and will learn virtually on the other 2 days. All students will be virtual on Wednesdays so that we can thoroughly clean all of our schools. This is an incredibly exciting time for us, as it brings us one step closer to a return to the full classroom instruction for all students that we all want. To make it work, though, we need every employee, family member, and student to do their part. We will continue to take all the appropriate and recommended precautions, including regular cleanings and ensuring schools have all the supplies they need. We will continue to consult with the Anne Arundel County Department of Health, which has reviewed and approved all of our plans. Students wear masks and be physically distanced in classrooms, as well as when traveling throughout the building and on the playground. On school buses, one student will sit in each row. It is important that families perform daily health and safety checks with their students and keep them home if they're not feeling well or showing any symptoms that could be related to COVID. Our awesome employees need to do the same. One critically important note that cannot be emphasized enough is that as we reopen, schools will resume their original arrival and dismissal schedules on March 1st, so that we can appropriately transport students to all of our buildings. All schools, elementary, middle, and high, contract, charter, and special schools as well, will return to their original arrival and dismissal times beginning on March 1st. We'll also continue to serve free meals to all students who wish to have them. Hybrid students will get meals in their buildings, and virtual students can continue to pick up meals at school curbside and at our mobile meal stops. This service will continue through the remainder of the school year. As we prepare to reopen, all of our school-based staff will be back in buildings by Wednesday, February 17th. To help facilitate the need for teachers to set up classrooms for hybrid learning, all instruction on February 17th will be asynchronous. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do this. We can make this a success. We can take this huge step forward, a return to in-classroom instruction for all. But we must do it together, and everyone must make the necessary adjustments and do their part. The other big news last week was the return of high school athletics and, in a similar format, extracurricular activities. Fall sports are slated to begin by mid-February. Athletic administrators are working on plans for the potential of a shortened competitive season for fall sports, but those plans are not final and are contingent on a number of variables. We're also planning for a competitive spring season to follow the fall, with the start of that program by mid-April. High school extracurricular activities such as drama, robotics, and the like can also resume, provided they follow all the appropriate health and safety precautions. As has been the case since last March, we will have to continue to adjust as we travel this road. There will be difficulties, but we have amazing employees, dedicated families, and awesome students. I am incredibly optimistic at what the next few months have in store. I believe we will make the most of this opportunity. As I have before, I ask you to remember the 3 keys to all of this. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and maintain appropriate physical distances. Thanks, and I'll see you soon at our next report.